Learning objectives.
At the end of this topic, you will be able to define the term nutrition, differentiate between two types of nutrition, recognize the significance of autotrophs as producers, recognize importance of photosynthesis laying stress or importance of plants as a direct or indirect source of food, explore the role of plants and animals in maintaining the balance in nature. Introduction. All the living things need food to live. Plants can make their food themselves, but animals, including humans, cannot. Do you know from where the living organisms get their food? Do you know how the plants prepare their food? Nutrition. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Nutrients are the components in foods that an organism utilizes to survive and grow. Nutrient components of food include protein, fats, water, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and carbohydrates. These components of food are necessary for our body. Mode of nutrition in plants. Autotrophs. Auto means self. Troph means feeding. Plants make their own food using energy from sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and water. Heterotrophs. Hetero means other. Animals cannot make their own food. All animals depend on plants to trap energy from the sun and pass it on. Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis converts light energy into chemical energy of sugars and other organic compounds. The synthesis of food in plants occurs in leaves. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the roots and transported to the leaves. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. Photosynthesis generally occurs at the leaves of the plants where it has large chloroplast. The graphics shows the cross-section of the leaf. Observe the graphics. Different types of cells are specialized in different things. Cuticle, stomata, xylem, phloem, palisade mesophyll cells, and spongy mesophyll cells. The graphic shows the cross-section of a leaf. Now observe the graphic. Click on each part of the leaf to know its function. Cuticle. It prevents excessive water loss. Spongy mesophyll. Spongy mesophyll is made of irregular-shaped cells and contains fewer chloroplasts than palisade cells. They are arranged loosely, and there are air spaces between them that connect the mesophyll with the stomata. These spaces allow water and carbon dioxide to diffuse through the leaf to the palisade cell. The irregular shape of the cells increases the internal surface area for gaseous exchange. Xylem. Water is transported from the roots to the leaf through xylem. Phloem. Organic products from the leaf are transported to the other parts of the plant through the phloem. Palisade mesophyll. These cells are arranged close together and located near the surface of the leaf. This is to receive maximum amount of light. It contains a lot of chloroplasts and they are able to move about and arrange themselves to carry out maximum light absorption. Stomata. Carbon dioxide diffuses into the leaf through the stomata, while oxygen diffuses out of the leaf via the same route. Each stoma has two guard cells which controls the size of the pore. Heterotrophic mode. It is the type of nutrition in which organisms cannot make their own food directly or indirectly. Holozoic nutrition. There are some plants which do not have chlorophyll. They cannot synthesize their food. Do you know how they survive and from where they derive their nutrition? Like humans and animals, these plants depend on the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Cuscuta, amur bell. It is a parasitic plant that lives on other green autotrophs. It does not kill the plant but takes the energy required from the autotrophs. The plants on which they feed are called the hosts. The parasites live on or inside the body of the host. Pitcher plant. They are insectivorous plants which feed on insects. They have a pitcher and leaf. Pitcher forms the jug and leaf forms the lid. Leaf closes the pitcher and digests the insects trapped. Pitcher plants get insects in a cup of liquid. The walls of the cup make nectar, sweet liquid. The nectar attracts the insects. When an insect lands on the wall, it falls down into the liquid. The insect cannot get out of the cup as the walls are smooth and slippery, and the walls have hairs pointing down. After the insect is dead, its body rots. Rotting lets loose the nitrogen from the insect's body. The nitrogen then goes into the liquid and the plant takes in the nitrogen from the liquid. Saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic organisms, as they lack chlorophyll, are unable to manufacture food out of the raw materials around them as plants do. These organisms feed on dead organisms or non-living organic matter. The saprophytes include fungi and bacteria. Bread mold is a simple fungus which obtains its food from a variety of materials such as grains, fruits, vegetables, or flesh. Mold spores are tiny and usually remain suspended in air. As soon as it finds the right environment for it to grow, the spores transform into the living fungus. A mushroom is the fleshy, spore-bearing, fruiting body of a fungus, typically produced above ground on soil or on its food source. Now let us see how a saprophyte obtains its nutrients. Example: mucor or rhizopus, bread mold. To obtain nutrients, a fungus secretes enzymes into the living or dead organism on which it grows. Hypae release digestive enzymes into the bread. Enzymes digest complex organic molecules in bread into simple soluble molecules, extracellular digestion. Digested products are absorbed by the hypae. Now let us understand the decay process in bread from the video shown. Symbiotic relationship. Symbiosis is the close relationship between two different species. For example, the tree provides nutrients to the fungus. Fungus helps the tree to take up water and nutrients from the soil. Symbiosis is classified as parasitism and mutualism. In parasitism, one species benefits, the other is harmed. Lice, mosquitoes feed on other animals. In mutualism, both species benefit. Lichens fungus provides shelter and water, and algae provides food from photosynthesis. Nutrients replenishment. Plants absorb mineral nutrients from the soil, so their amounts in the soil keep on declining. Fertilizers and manures contain plant nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, etc. Fertilizers, manures, and bacteria help in the replenishment of the soil. Let us see an example of the role played by bacteria in fixing nutrients. Leguminous plants and rhizobium bacteria. Plants cannot use the atmospheric nitrogen. They use nitrogen in the soluble form. The bacteria, rhizobium, takes the atmospheric nitrogen and converts it into soluble form. Summary. Let's summarize the topic. Green plants synthesize their food themselves by the process of photosynthesis. They are autotrophs. Plants use simple chemical substances like carbon dioxide, water, and minerals for the synthesis of food. Complex chemical substances such as carbohydrates are the products of photosynthesis. Oxygen released in photosynthesis is utilized by living organisms for their survival. Fungi derive nutrition from dead, decaying matter. They are saprotrophs. Plants like Cuscuta are parasites. They take food from the host plant. A few plants and all animals are dependent on others for their nutrition, and they are called heterotrophs. Photosynthetic plants use sunlight as a source of energy to reduce carbon dioxide to glucose. In this process, oxygen is released. Does the same reaction occur in a chemosynthetic organism? Is glucose formed, and is oxygen also released during chemosynthesis? Discuss in groups of 4 and answer the questions. You may refer to reference books and the internet. Present your answer to the class.